I accidentally hit it, and there's no way to stop it. So
it's been so long since we did this. I forgot what our intro is.
Well, you got to wait like 30 seconds though.
I know. Let's get some 2x4s in here.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Sharon. Hey, Chantel.
Hopefully Miss Sharon can see a little bit better. She had cataract surgery a while back.
Oh.
I think it's cataract surgery or something. So
hope you're feeling good. 2x4 for Miss Sharon.
She can see good enough to type. So
hey everybody, we're back. Welcome back to the Homestead HQ, where we talk about homesteading and preparedness. We're so glad that you're here. My name is Shelly. This is Jason.
And we talk about flat earth too.
Oh my God. Here we go.
We got to talk about it a little bit. So
we don't have to do conspiracy every show.
Every other show then.
Even though, I mean, we may get in conspiracy tonight. We'll see.
Probably. Bill's here. Bill, I don't know where Bill was Tuesday morning. He's always there, and he wasn't there Tuesday morning.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Maybe his Cooney had babies. Oh, doggone, no piglets.
Man, you're going to have to... What? They ought to be due any time the way he was talking. So I don't know. But
what was it, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days?
Yeah, 333.
Yeah.
I'm tired, and I don't know.
Start yawning because I'll start yawning. Dude, as early as I get up, you're brushing on my bedtime right now.
Hey, I should be going strong this time of night. I'm usually at it and going, but I don't know. I don't know why I'm dragging tail. I mean, today I took my mother-in-law to the doctor's visit. Everything's fine with all that crap. And then I came back and worked at my brother's house for a little while, and I had to get in the attic and do some electric stuff. And even though it was cool outside today, it wasn't horribly hot. That attic was still hot. I was like, this sucks. I bet
it was awful.
Yeah, I was like, I was really hoping. I'm like, it's not that hot outside. That attic can't be bad, but it was still pretty stinking hot. So I'm ready for a shower and everything else. So, and
whenever we have storms, our dog Cooper, he's our oldest dog. He's absolutely terrified of storms and loud noises and stuff like that. So whenever it storms at night, he gets up in the bed with me and then just like tosses and turns and freaks out because of the thunder and all that. So I didn't get a good night's sleep last night.
Oh, well, Monday night we were supposed to have a ball game, and it got canceled because of rain. And then they said they were going to schedule it for tonight. So my wife called and was like, hey, we probably got a ball game Wednesday night. We're not going to be at church to teach. And then they scheduled the game on Tuesday. So Whitney's like, we probably don't need to run to church tonight. So we skipped out of church tonight. So, but we had a ball game. We had a ball game yesterday.
Hey, so, Bill, are those laying hens the ones that you got from your neighbor? Didn't he get a bunch of stuff from his neighbor?
He got a whole semi-load of stuff from his neighbor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He said he got 15 laying hens and a turkey hen home and housed.
Chantel says that your dog came through and her dog's having a fit now.
Oh, on the screen.
Yeah.
That was Loki. He comes in here. He's been outside the whole time I've been home, and he just came in because Jackson came over to put the chickens up for me. And Loki came in, and so he's been coming in here being nosy. That's hilarious.
Wow. Bill says his sow's 4 days overdue. She'll spit them out pretty soon.
Yeah, it'll get there.
Well, what have you got accomplished since we were on here last? Well, you were on here. You were on here Friday night. So what'd you do?
I was on there Friday night. Well, I mean, around the homestead, what have I done? I've actually been around the house. I've been purging. I've been going through and getting rid of all kinds of stuff. My girls are having a yard sale. You know the big what is it, 400 miles yard sale, the roller coaster yard sale that they have through here?
I thought they already did that.
No, it's the first weekend in October.
Oh.
And you're thinking of the 6880 yard sale, I think. That's like in June or something. I think it goes through Bowling Green, but so the girls are setting up a yard sale, and I went through and got rid of a bunch of clothes, a bunch of kitchen stuff. I mean, just stuff that I don't use. And I've been cleaning up and just, I don't know. There's too much clutter here, and I've been wanting to get rid of stuff. So there's boxes of stuff sitting behind my couch in the living room, and they're going to be gone next Wednesday, I think, is when I'm taking them over to Jessica's. So
right. I'm gonna have to get a dumpster and throw a bunch of crap away. I've already decided that. So probably next week or the week after that, I'm just gonna call the dumpster company and be like, "Bring me a 20-yard dumpster, and we're gonna throw some crap away."
what are you going to throw away?
I got a ton.
Not everything you had was prepper stuff.
Not everything. There's stuff that I'm tired of moving around. Everything else, like I don't know. I can look over here and see the storage room, and I'm like, there's a bunch of crap in there that I just need to throw away. So that, and I've got stuff underneath the deck at the basement level that just junk that I need to throw away. There's a bunch of like broken toys and crap from the kids. I'm like, we're throwing all those stupid things away, and just there's just a bunch of junk. You know how it is. You hoard junk. And this is like literally junk. There's nothing good in there. So I'm like, we're gonna chuck it. So
Bill's even getting rabbits. He said he has 2 more trailer loads to bring home, and one of them is a rabbit in his hutch.
He's getting a whole ecosystem going over there.
Yep.
So,
you're gonna have some good compost, man.
If you come across a giraffe, I want a giraffe.
Oh my God, it's Jake.
I know.
Hey, Jake.
Jake's done, let's see. I talked to Jake the other day. We've done 3 16-foot trailer loads today. Festival in my mom's town this weekend. Well,
we miss you, Jake. So he's
I
going to do a walk-around video to post on his YouTube channel.
That'll be cool.
Did I know that Bill had a YouTube channel?
Yeah, he's got one. Miss
Is
Sharon,
it new?
yeah, he just started it a little while ago.
Okay. I will be checking you out.
She'll post a link here in a minute. She's amazing at doing that. So, but yeah, I talked to Jake the other day. So every now and then, Jake and I hit each other up when we're driving.
Jake, you need to come down to SRF, man.
Jake's busy. He won't do it.
We need to, well, if they're doing a festival this weekend at his mom's town.
Well, SRF's not until next weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. You need to come to SRF, Jake.
Well,
we can go out and have dinner and catch up, man.
I'll be honest with you, Saturday, I didn't do nothing.
Wait. He said he's getting ready to move. Didn't he just move like 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yeah, but he's an empty nester now.
Oh.
It's just him and his wife.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. They might move on a 1,000-acre property this time. Well, but no, truth in advertising, I didn't do well. I painted just a little bit on Saturday at my house, and then everybody wanted to go to Hendersonville, so we ran down to Hendersonville, ran around and did some shopping kind of stuff. Went to Costco. They got a Costco in Hendersonville now. Just opened a while back, so hit the Costco up. Got a few things. Nothing super exciting. So
I don't think I've ever been in a Costco.
It's like a little bit cleaner Sam's is what it is.
I mean, that's, yeah.
I mean,
I'm not real heartbroken over it. I could really care less.
No, I mean, everybody talks. You see everybody talking. It's like, oh my gosh, Costco is so great. Costco is this and that. Like it's some fairy tale place where you walk in and glitter gets thrown on you and stuff like that. But it's like it's a little bit cleaner Sam's is all it is. So, and I don't want to buy. The whole thing is like I was looking at some meat and stuff like that, and the groceries. It's like you got to pay 9.25% down there. Where in Kentucky you don't have to pay it.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So.
Don't they have a Costco in like Louisville or?
I'm pretty sure there's one in Louisville and Lexington. So, but hell, I'm not going to drive.
They don't have one in E-Town, do they?
Not that I know of. So, I'll just scum it at Sam's. So, and be the white trash.
To me.
Yeah, the white trash Sam's guy. Miss Sharon's never been to a Costco or a Sam's.
I've been to Sam's and I've got a Sam's membership, but I don't like to go there. So I usually, if I want something from there, I send Randy to go get it.
Yeah, Jake, KY is it's no sales tax on food. Yeah. But it's prepared items, there's a sales tax. Like if you buy a rotisserie chicken, there's sales tax on it. So, but if you just go in and buy milk and bread, there's no sales tax on it. So, but then they screw you when you register your vehicle. It's like $1 million to do that.
Yeah.
So
they don't get you one way, they'll get you another.
Oh yeah. I mean, it all equals out in the wash. So everybody's like, the people that have it the best are the people that live right on the Kentucky-Tennessee state line. They go to Walmart and buy all their groceries, and then all their vehicles are registered in Tennessee, and there's no state income tax in Tennessee. So, but then it's kind of weird.
They don't make them have insurance in Tennessee either.
What?
It's not a law to have vehicle insurance in Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know
when
that.
I used to live down in Monroe County because it's on the Tennessee line. That was like a big issue. People would come up from Tennessee, like Salina and all that, and they live down there, and then they'd get in wrecks up there, and they'd have no insurance. So they were in court all the time in Kentucky because they didn't have insurance. Because even if your state doesn't require you to have car insurance, if you drive in a state that does require it, you can still get in trouble for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I know, like the tax stuff is weird. I was doing a job in Tennessee, and I ordered materials that we were right on the line. I ordered materials from Lowe's, and it's like, hey, can y'all deliver this stuff? And they're like, yeah, if we deliver it, it's the Tennessee tax. But if you pick it up and drive it across the line, it's Kentucky tax. So I was like, I'll save the 3.25%. It's a pretty good amount of materials. I was like, I'll save the 3.25% and put that in my pocket instead of having y'all deliver it.
Yeah, they're almost isn't it like almost 10% sales tax or something like that down there?
9.25%.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
Bill said because of all the free stuff that I'm hauling home, I'm following Nicole's advice and not building hopeful piles. I have a gazillion things to put in action. I have over a dozen raised beds. Holy moly, dude.
Wow. That's quite a few raised beds. Did you not work on your garden this weekend?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I've not been, ever since I jacked up my back, I've just not been pushing it. Like if it starts to feel weird or whatever, then I just sit down and rest.
Well,
because I don't even know how people live with chronic pain, and I'm not doing anything to jack my back up. I'm too old for that mess.
Well, hey, we finally got rain though.
Oh, I know. It's amazing. I am gonna plant some. I think I'm gonna try I have one of those. What are those garden tower things?
The arrow towers or something?
No, it's doggone, I can't think. It's got like the different pots. I mean, they stack up on top of each other. It's like a really popular one.
I know what you're talking about.
I can't think of what it's called, but I think I'm going to try to plant lettuce and stuff in that for the fall.
Oh.
So I think I'm going to work on that tomorrow night.
Oil. All right. You don't have any news stories, do you?
I don't.
All right. I don't know. I don't have any news stories. I didn't even look at the news. So, you just want to go in the main topic?
Sure.
All right. Start it off. You are the one that picked this amazing topic.
I don't know about amazing, but so when Jason asked me what I wanted to talk about tonight, I told him I wanted to talk about medical sovereignty. And what I mean by that,
health sovereignty.
Yeah, health sovereignty, medical sovereignty, whatever. When you talk about sovereignty, you're talking about like self-governance. And there's when a few years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, when I went to SRF, and I've heard that word before. I know what it means and all that kind of stuff, but I went to SRF, and there was a woman there that was getting very irate, I guess, about sovereignty. And she was wanting to, and this doesn't have to do with health, but she was wanting to create a movement there that, got people pushing back against the government, I guess, so they don't pay taxes. So like they declare themselves, like they have their little piece of land or their little farm or something, they declare themselves sovereign. And so because they do that, they don't have to pay taxes, which is like whatever.
It's the sovereign citizen bullshit that these people try.
Yes. So sometimes when I say, like health sovereignty or medical sovereignty or whatever, I think that people are thinking, oh, she's crazy. But so this is what it means to me. I want to be able to make whatever decision I want to make when it comes to my well-being and my family's well-being, right? And the thing that makes me mad is that we've been lied to about so many different things. And we'll get into that tonight, but we've been lied to about so many different things. And then we found out, 5 years ago, that they tried to do a lot of overreach to force things on us, right? And they're just I say they, I mean the powers that be, that whatever you want to say, big pharma, big government, big ag, big food companies, all whatever, they're trying to force on us whatever that they want, just to make money, to make a buck. And it's to the detriment of our health and our family's health and our children's health and all of those things. And it just absolutely infuriates me. And this last year, I've been learning a lot from Leslie, our Herbal chick. And I joined her thing. I can't think of what it's called. It starts with an R. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a monthly thing. And she puts out videos, and it's just teaching us about herbs and herbal medicine and, your herbal apothecary and all of that kind of stuff, and teaching you how to, get a hold of your health in, like a natural way. And then I've also been working with Chronically Healthy, and we've done, they come to our festival, and Dylan and Erica, and speak at our festival, and they do they've done videos or lives with us and stuff like that. So if you've been to our festival or you've watched us on here, you probably know what I'm talking about or who I'm talking about. I have learned so much from Erica and Dylan about how deceitful the big ag and big pharma and the food industry, how deceitful they are, and the things that they do to hide things in our food, and the way that they, make there's like with cereal and stuff like that, they know the exact amount of sugar to add to cereal to get you to what's called, I think it's called like a bliss point, where it's just that maximum thing that makes you say, oh, I've got to have this again, and I've got to have more of this, and I've got to have more of this, just like crack or whatever. And it's just so despicable. I don't care if people, like if you want to eat all of that stuff that's not good for you or whatever, that's your choice. It's America. Do your thing, But I think that we as a population have been so lied to that we don't have the right information to make the right choices. Or, again, if you have the right information and you still want to make bad choices, that's up to you. But wouldn't you want to have the right information? Wouldn't you want to have the honest and true information to be able to make the right choices for your family and your children and yourself and all of that kind of stuff? And we're lied to so much, and it infuriates me. So I'll get off my soapbox. That's my whole. I talked with Erica last night because I have, like she coaches me, and it's every 2 weeks. And so last night was like a therapy session. I mean, I just unloaded because I'm at this point now. So I've been working with Chronically Healthy for 4 months, getting off of sugar, carbs, gluten, processed food, and stuff like that. I feel better. I'm glad that I'm doing this, but I'm at this point now, like at the beginning, it's all new and you're all like, oh, I can do this. And it's, you have successes and all that kind of stuff. I'm at this point now where it's like a daily fight in my brain not to go crazy and eat everything in my house. Like it's ridiculous to get, just to stop, to be able to stop. And because I've cut out gluten completely. Gluten is my problem. And it's messed up my gut. It's messed up my thyroid, all kinds of stuff. And, like breads and pasta and all of that, I know that if I eat just the littlest bit, it's going to be over. And I'm just going to go back to eating all of that stuff all over again. And I'm like, how am I to the point where I have food addiction that is so bad? It's like a drug addiction.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a daily battle to talk myself out of not eating that crap. And I haven't done it, and I feel good about that. But I hate it that I have this fight going on in my head all the time.
Oh, yeah. Now, I will tell you, when I was doing carnivore pretty hard, you finally got over that you hit that plateau of like, hey, I don't really care about it. You could watch somebody eat, Texas Roadhouse rolls with the cinnamon butter and all that crap.
Oh my God, they're the best.
Yeah, I could sit there and watch people eat it, and I'm like, cool, I don't want it. And but it is. I went off carnivore, and then like I tasted a little bite of sugar, and it's just like you were actually, like addicted. You were like a crackhead. You just grabbed the whole thing of Hershey's Kisses and just ate all of them until a pound of Hershey's Kisses were gone.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But look, now I pulled up the definition of health sovereignty. Is the ability to make independent choices about your own health without being completely dependent on external systems like hospitals, pharmacies, or supply chains. That is the definition of sovereignty. So, of health sovereignty, which
you may have flashed this up earlier when I was talking. I didn't notice, but Miss Sharon said, I'm still trying to figure out when we started taking medical advice from politicians and philanthropists. Exactly. But I don't know that I trust doctors either.
It depends. You got to find a good doctor is the big thing.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I sought out functional medicine. That's and honestly, what did it for me? So I see a nurse practitioner, and I'm not real. mean, I really hope he never sees this, but I'm not real fond of my nurse practitioner. And the only reason that I use him is because there's a medication that I have to take, and he comes to the place that I work, and he's there like every other week, and it's just convenient for me to get my prescription filled, right? So last November, he came in because I used to take, I take a pill for my thyroid, and then I used to take a high blood pressure pill, and I used to take a statin. So I had to get blood work done last November, and I told him, I came in and I said, I want to quit taking this statin. And I had been on this statin for a long time, like probably 10 years. And I said, I want to quit taking the statin. And he was like, oh, you can't stop taking that statin. And I suffered from these horrible leg cramps, and I didn't even know. Like, I had talked to him about that. He never said that it was the statin that does it. And statins are notorious for causing leg cramps, right? And I said, so I started, before I talked to him in November, I had been reading some books. Like, there was like 3 different books that I read about statins, and I wanted to know, what is the deal about all of this, right? And me saying this, I'm not telling anybody to stop taking their statin. You do you. I'm just telling you my story, and you need to go talk to your doctor or do whatever you want to do for, you to do your thing. But anyways, I told him, I said, no, I don't think you understand. I'm going to stop taking this statin. I don't want to be on this. And he looked at me with this smart ass remark. He said, oh, have you been reading a book? And I was like, as a matter of fact, I have. I've read 3 of them. And maybe if you did, you'd be a better doctor.
Well,
I was so mad. And because he kept saying, you're going to be taking this for the rest of your life. And I was like, no, as a matter of fact, it stops today. And what I wanted to know was if I needed to wean myself off of it or something. I didn't know if I could just stop taking it. But he made me so mad, I quit taking it that day. And so, I started working with Chronically Healthy, right? And I completely changed how I ate. And when I went to have my blood work done I quit taking my statin in November. When I started working with Chronically Healthy, I was able to come off of my blood pressure meds. I can't stop taking my thyroid meds because that's kind of, you can't do that until I fix stuff, I guess. But so I have blood work done, and he came back and said, your cholesterol is really low. And I said, really? And he goes, yeah. And he had forgotten about the conversation that we had in November. He said, your cholesterol is fantastic. And I said, imagine that. And I haven't been taking a statin for 6 months. And he goes, wait, what? And he said, what are you doing? And I told him what I was doing. And I said, and I quit taking the statin last November when you told me that I couldn't stop taking it, that I was going to have to take it for the rest of my life. And that's what it makes me crazy, that when you as an individual, if you go to, do your own research, check out your own stuff, be accountable to yourself for your own health, for health sovereignty, whatever you want to call it. And then you get criticized, which we knew, 5 years ago, everyone was criticized for wanting to do whatever they wanted to do in regards to the jab and all of that stuff. But when you get criticized and ridiculed by even your doctor, like, they should be there to advise you. This is the course of action that we recommend. But if you don't want to take that course of action, it doesn't mean you're an idiot or a hillbilly, or, you think you're smarter than the doctors or whatever. You should be able to do whatever you want. And that's what infuriates me. Give me the truth about whatever it is, and let me make the decision about what I want to do.
Well, with the doctors, with the doctors and everything, let me set this. With the doctors, like, I've got a general practitioner, and I trust her. She's super nice. She sees me and my wife and my youngest one as our doctor. But what sold me on her is first time I went in there, I was on blood pressure medicine. We had to talk about it, all that stuff. And she looked at me and she goes, "Do you want to get off the blood pressure medicine?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." I was like, who wouldn't want to do that? And she goes, "Here's the protocol for it." And I'm like, if you're telling me that, without me asking, I was like, we're cool. So super nice. I mean, whatever I ask her, and she'll ask me some stuff, and I'm like, that's BS. I was like, we're not going to do it. And she's like, okay. She's like, that's fine. We don't have to.
You should be able to do that. That's wonderful that she does that for you.
Oh, yeah. And then she asked me about the flu shot one time when I was in there, and I looked at her and I was like, you really think I'm going to take that crap? And she's like, I just asked. And I was like, no. So now she doesn't even ask. And we talk about we talk about some crazy conspiracy stuff sometimes. And my wife's like, do not go in there and talk to her about that kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh, we do. And she's like, Lord, she was like, I'm never going to go back and see her again now. I was like, it's all fine. Don't worry about it. So we've had some funny conversations about stuff.
Yeah.
So. Hey, we forgot to mention all the stuff. Since we hadn't done this, we got out of our thing. I'm sitting here. I had all the stuff laid in front of me that we were supposed to talk about, like medical kits, radios, all that stuff. And we totally forgot about it. So Tina showed up. She's late, but she's here.
Hey, Tina.
So, yeah, I mean, we didn't even talk about the medical and first aid kits and the radios. So I did get today, if anybody needs decompression needles, I got more decompression needles in. They are up on the website and ready to go. We got a whole drawer full of those jokers. So I would show you one of those, but then I'd have to get up and get them out of the cabinet. And I don't really want to. I should have had one sitting in front of me. They look kind of like this, but they're not Milwaukee brand or North American Rescue brand. So, but yeah, so go check out the website. Everything's in stock, ready to go. The IFACs, the KSL FAC is there. The vehicle medical bags are in stock. Everything is set and ready to go. If you don't need kits, there's individual supplies you can buy. Everything from tourniquets to gauze to chest seals, all that stuff is all there. Go check it out. And then also, and Miss Sharon put the link up for the radio packages. We've got pre-programmed radio packages. We will program them for your location, where you live at. And then also after you get the radio, Brian and Susan from S&B Homestead Radio are going to do a 30-minute consultation, video consultation with you to show you how to operate that radio. Because, I mean, you get this is one of the radios. You get one, you turn it on, and you're like, what's this 258.92? What is that? What's this 452.125? What the hell is it? They're going to show you and sit down with you and teach you how to use this stuff and how to use your radios. So go check that out. And actually, I talked to Brian today. He called me when I was on my way to Hendersonville. He called me and he's like, we need to set up the comms class soon. So we've got to set up a comms class because I've got 2 people that want to come to it. So pretty soon, hopefully by the middle of next week, we'll have a date for the comms class that's going to come up.
That'd be good.
Shelly, tell them about the other awesome things we've got, like the land nav class, the homestead meetup, and the herbal class.
Well, before we do that, I just want to tell people when it comes to health sovereignty, you need to be your own advocate. You need to do your own research. You need to make sure that you have a doctor that's working with you and not against you. And if the things that they're telling you are the choices that you want to make and you want to do that, that's fine. But if something sounds, hokey or whatever, maybe you need to find another doctor. And if there's changes that you want to make to your health and they're not on board with that, maybe you need to find another doctor. But you need to be your own advocate, because as awful as it sounds, there are doctors out there that they get paid to write prescriptions. They get paid from big pharma and stuff like that. And that's awful to say. And I'm not saying that all doctors do that, but there's a lot of, I mean, they get, if you watch those, there's some shows that are on like Netflix and stuff like that that are about the opioid crisis and what the pharmaceutical companies did with doctors in Appalachia and Pennsylvania. Well, it was Virginia and Eastern Kentucky and stuff like that, and how all of that, because I mean, Jason can tell you, we have an opioid problem in Kentucky. It is huge. Oh, yeah. And there it gets into the underlying issue of how all of that got started and all of that. If you don't believe that doctors are being, getting kickbacks or at least like trips and vacations and stuff like that from big pharma, oh my gosh, you're just it's happening, people. It is seriously happening. So, you have to be your own advocate. And if you there are places where you can get help. Chronically Healthy is one of those. Even Callie Blackwell, if you reach out to her, she is all about, helping people. And it's not, I know that, she has the whole thing where she basically saved her son's life with marijuana, but it's not all about marijuana. It's about healthy living and being your own health advocate. So, I wish I would have learned all this stuff that I'm learning now, like, 30 years ago, or when I started having kids or whatever, a long time ago. I feel like I'd be better off. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't have listened. Who knows? But, be your own advocate. Do, search out the truth and make good decisions and all of that kind of thing, but make the decisions that you want to make with the knowledge that you have. Okay. I'll get off my soapbox.
I wasn't like trying to end the show. I was trying to get all the stuff in.
No, I know, but it felt disconnected. Oh, yeah. Okay. So things coming up. Let me bring up the website.
Because I made notes about this at like 11 o'clock last night.
We have a land navigation workshop coming up with Mike Adkins. We're super excited about this. It's going to be at the Barren River State Park it's in Lucas, Kentucky, but it's like Glasgow, Kentucky. You can find it, from there. The dates for that are going to be November 8th and 9th. You can register at KentuckySustainableLiving.com. We do have limited seats. You need to get in there and reserve your seat today. But if you are in military or law enforcement or first responder, we have a discount for you. So reach out to us, Jason or I, and we can let you know about that if you fall into that category. But you're going to be coming in and learning. Let me bring it up. You're going to be learning introduction to map reading and the topographical map, understanding and utilizing marginal data. What is magnetic declination and how to utilize it? I don't even know what that means. I guess I will learn in the class. The use of a mapping protractor, plotting coordinates, basic introduction to the military lymphatic compass, how to use an orienteering compass. So there's different ones, like they don't just point north or whatever.
Well, they do different things.
Gotcha. Understanding pace count and distance measurement, route planning, practical application in the field, and where to find additional resources. So get on KentuckySustainableLiving.com and go to our workshop. It says in-person workshops, and it will take you to that one. It's the very first one. Click on it, and you can get registered. We also have a workshop coming up, Beyond the Basics Herbalism workshop with Leslie. So if you've gone to Leslie's class at the festival, or you came to Leslie's workshop that she did for us Was it last year or the year before last? Last year, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was last year. If you came to those were kind of those entry level classes. This class, it's going up to the next level, learning more stuff. So you're going to discover your body's constitution. You're going to be talking about exploring herbal energetics, match herbs with people, create effective formulations, and refine your medicine making techniques. So it's making that herbal apothecary that's tailored to you kind of thing. I'm really excited about this class. It's going to be December 6th from 9 to 4, and that is actually going to be at the WKU Ag Expo Center, which is where we have the festival. Super easy to find. We're going to be in the classroom there, and it's going to be a good time.
Then the meetup.
So then we have the Homestead meetup. Are you going to tell about it, or you want me to?
You can do it.
I got it pulled up here.
Since you're doing all the stuff for it, I'm just showing up.
No, I'm not, and we need to talk about that after this is done.
I'm going to bed.
Anyway,
I'm going to bed after this.
On October 25th, we're going to have a fall homestead meetup. The meetups are absolutely free. We just asked, Jason and I take care of the meat, and we ask that you bring a covered dish. So it, just like a side dish or dessert or something like that. We're going to have a couple demonstrations. It's an all-day thing. It'll be from 9 to 4. And it is also going to be at the WKU Ag Expo Center. So super easy to find. It's the same place we do the festival. We're going to have a couple workshops. I'm actually going to be teaching how to make soap. So if you want to come and learn how to make soap. And then my daughter Jessica, she's going to do she's calling it Caring for Your Chickens, but it's like a chicken first aid class. So she's going to be talking about different things that ails chickens and what you can do for them. So yeah, come check it out. You can, there's graphics about it on our Facebook page. And I'm going to be putting it in the newsletter that's going out on Friday this week. So we do ask that you RSVP. And after this is over, Jason's going to put a link on our website for you to do that, just so we have an idea of how many people are coming, so we know how much meat to bring, basically. So, yeah, we would love to see you there. It's a great time to meet your tribe, your like-minded people, and just hang out and network and get to know who lives around you and all that kind of stuff. Come check it out. It's a lot of fun.
And we'll have plenty of time to sit down and talk to each other in between, the morning workshop and the afternoon workshop. So it's not going to be just, all day kind of stuff. They're fun when we do those because, you meet all kinds of people, stuff like that, and you got time to actually split off. And if you want to talk to somebody, you can talk to them and stuff like that. So it's always good. I guess Jessica's class, we could call it TCCC, but it'd be Tactical Chicken Casualty Care instead of Tactical Combat Casualty Care. So we'll dress one of the chickens up in like a little multicam uniform or something. So, but as far as the health sovereignty stuff, you Leslie's class is part of your health sovereignty stuff, is learning those basics. And like I made a few notes and some stuff like that. Part of it is prevention, eating right, like what you're talking about, getting your gut in shape, not eating all the trash that they're doing it. When you go to the grocery store, shop on the outside aisles, don't go on the center aisles, except for to get your spices and stuff like that. So
don't buy anything that you don't know the words in the ingredient list. If you can't pronounce it, you don't need to be putting it in your body. Yeah.
And that's one of the things too. Look at, like I did Tuesday morning, I was talking about, yes, Miss Sharon, it's the School of Earth and All is Leslie's channel. So like I was talking about the canned meats and stuff. Like that's why I like Keystone canned meats, because Keystone canned meats is whatever meat it is, beef, sea salt, and water. Like
That's
I
all
can,
that's in there.
huh?
That's
Yeah,
all that's in there.
Yeah, I can spell all of that, and I can't
Yeah.
spell to save my life. I mean, I can even spell chicken. So, I mean, that stuff's great. I mean, and you look at it, some of the stuff that might break down. You know, the medical system is fragile. We saw that coming out of the pandemic. All that supply chain issues. So, supply chain issues. If you can't get the pharmaceuticals, if you can get off those pharmaceuticals, then the supply chain does not matter near as much. Or
Right.
if you can go with alternative stuff as far as herbal remedies, you can
Yes.
stockpile. If you don't have those herbs growing on your place, you could stockpile those herbs. It's a lot easier to stockpile 20 pounds of some kind of herb as opposed to, 3 years worth of blood pressure medicine.
But the problem with that is if you don't know, if you don't know what herbs, you can substitute for blood pressure meds or something like that, or even how they work with your body.
Yeah.
If you don't work with somebody like Leslie to figure that stuff out now, when the supply chain breaks, what are you going to do?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You don't even know if you can get it. Maybe you don't know what it is. You don't know how much to take. Can you contact Leslie? Are you going to be able to talk to her? I mean, you need to do these things now. You need to understand now, if I can't get this, especially if it's for a loved one or something, you need to figure out what the alternatives are now and not wait till the supply chain breaks, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah. And then also too, on your health sovereignty is having stuff at your house to treat stuff like that. Shelly, you've talked so many times on training that you've done and stuff, how you've avoided, going to the ER and stuff like that with doing stuff with. That is not only having the supplies, the medical supplies at your house, but also knowing how to use those. If you've got a whole room full of medical supplies, that's great. But if you don't know how to use it, it's useless. Just like running over on the radios. You can have the nicest stinking radios in the world, but if you don't know how to use those things, they're paperweights.
Exactly.
So, just like your tourniquet, you could have a whole drawer full of tourniquets, but if you don't know how and when to use those things, they're paperweights is all they are. And also your herbal stuff. You could have the biggest apothecary in your basement, but if you don't know what to do with stuff, it's nothing. I mean, it's a bunch of dried plants is all it is in jars.
Yeah. Bill says, has anyone tried honey fermented garlic? It's stupid easy and amazingly delicious. Yes, Bill, I have a jar of this in my pantry. And whenever I start to get a sore throat or something, I'll pull one of those cloves out and eat it, and it knocks it out. It's the best stuff. It's so good. And it tastes good, but it's so good.
And I mean, one of the biggest things as far as the health sovereignty that I take away from a lot of this stuff is you're gonna worry about your health more than anybody else. And
yes,
the biggest thing is the preventative stuff. Cleaning up your diet, stuff like that. Hey, look, Dana jumped in here. Russell Homestead. Dana makes everything, I think. She's got 2 quarts in the herbal cabinet right now.
The honey garlic.
Yeah, but it's getting as healthy as you can right now and cutting all that stuff out is the biggest thing. The preventative stuff. So it's kind of funny. I saw a thing on TikTok. It said, what was it? It said, if I knew I was going to live past 25, I'd have taken better care of my body or something like that.
Right.
I'm guilty of that too. I was like, but
that's funny.
And then what was it? It's all fun and games when you're in like your 20s and 30s, and then when your 40s kick in, the check engine light comes on.
Yeah. Dude, when I turned 40, the year that I turned 40, I had to get bifocals. I had to start taking a blood pressure pill. I mean, there was like all kinds of crap went wrong. Like that year that I turned 40, I thought, okay, here I am halfway through, I guess. I don't know what's happening right now, but everything's falling apart.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised I didn't have blood pressure. I probably should have taken blood pressure medicine before I started it, but it's one of those things. If the doctor doesn't tell you that, there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking at this Keystone website, and this, well, you're right. Like everything I'm clicking on, it's like whatever the meat is and sea salt, and that's it.
and
No
Keystone,
carbs, gluten free, no preservatives, recipe ready. This is amazing.
and I'm telling you, you can take the Keystone ground beef, one of those big cans. They sell it in 14 and 28 ounce cans. You can take that 28-ounce can with a thing of ragu and a pound of spaghetti noodles, and dude, you've got like shelf stable spaghetti.
I've never heard of this before.
Oh, it's amazing. You can buy it. Walmart and Meijer keep it in stock on the shelf.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm on the Keystone website. So is it cheaper to buy it from Keystone? It says it like the ground beef, you can get the 28-ounce cans, 12 cans per case is $132.
Shoot, I don't know. You'll have to check. I usually run over when I'm in Meijer. I run in and grab a few cans when I'm in there. I don't know how
I can see what they price it at.
But see, Keystone puts a 5-year shelf life on it, but it is technically good. They'll run it out for 10 years shelf life on it.
Huh.
I've got some that's over 5 years old, and I'm gonna crack it open one day and eat it with my pink MRE spoon that local prepper gave me grief about.
You know that, I mean, if the can isn't damaged, if it's not got dents or dings in it or whatever, I think it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Bill said, we found a recipe for a barbecue made with it. I got it from Fire and Ferment YouTube channel because I'm learning more about smoke cooking meats and smoking cheese. I think you might be talking about the garlic honey.
Well.
Compare price of a large can of Keystone ground beef and fresh at your store. I find it's cheaper for me. Okay. Keystone is awesome. Runs about $9 per can at Walmart. All right. I will be checking this out. I think I've seen this at the store, but I've never like picked it up and looked at it. And that's awesome that it has real ingredients, like not processed food. I love that.
Well, yeah. I mean, they make ground beef, shredded beef, pulled pork, chicken, and turkey.
And they have broth too.
I didn't know they had broth.
Yeah, they got beef, chicken, and turkey.
It's all good. I like it.
I don't think I'd ever buy broth because I make my own broth, but the meat thing would be good to have to put back.
Well, especially for the shelf life on it too.
Yeah. Oh, you can do mix and match bundles.
I really want to buy some of that canned bacon from Yoder's and try it. Have you seen that?
No, that doesn't even sound good.
I'm going to buy a can and try it sometime.
Okay, I'm okay. Mix and match any 24 14-ounce cans.
Those 28, those big cans are big.
So there's 5.
Hey, what kind of meat's Randy going to smoke for the Homestead meetup?
Yeah, that's what we need to talk about.
I think he just needs to do some Boston butts.
He has to work. He's not even going to be there. That's his weekend to work.
Oh my gosh. Sounds like you got to smoke Boston butts then.
No, I'm not doing that because I'm teaching a class. So sounds like you're going to have to do it, honey.
All right. What's Sonny's number? That's our go-to. That's our go-to where we go eat for the festival, and we shut them down every time.
They won't have. You think they're gonna have enough ribs or something?
Well, William's not going to be here, so we'll be fine. So
We can figure out something that's easy, but I mean, I'm cool with getting whatever.
We could just go big time, just go all out and just smoke prime ribs.
Yeah, I'm not cool with doing that.
That's a whole lot of money. So we'll figure something out. All right, guys. That's about all I've got on the health sovereignty. I had a bunch of notes and stuff like that, but we kind of just skimmed over it and did it. So the big takeaway, it's your responsibility. Just because they got DR after their name does not mean they're holier than thou and a godsend and tell you exactly what to do.
Right.
It's along with everything else. Think for yourself.
Be your own advocate.
Oh, hey, one thing. Did you see where Trump touted that Tylenol is what is causing the autism?
Yeah.
I'm like, what a load of bullshit.
Well, I don't know. There's actually been lawsuits brought against Tylenol where they have had to pay out for, and it's linked to autism. The lawsuits are about autism, and they've had to make payouts.
Really?
So there's some truth to it, or they wouldn't have had to pay out. So
well, they don't talk about all the aluminum and all that other crap that's in the vaccines. They make it sound like, oh my gosh, Tylenol caused all this. I mean,
well, they didn't talk about any of the vaccines, but honestly, I think it's because I think that RFK, Trump, whoever's doing this, they're gonna have to have all of their their data and research completely sealed up tight where it can't be fought before they say. Me personally, I believe that vaccines are responsible for a lot of that, but and there's a lot of research and data that goes back to that and points back to that. But for them to be able to come out and say publicly, that, or without argument, that this is what's happening, they're going to have their research nailed down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. I looked it up and I pulled it up earlier. Tylenol was introduced in 1955. It's acetaminophen. I mean, yeah. My mom gave me acetaminophen when I was young. I take Tylenol every now and then. And I mean, I don't know. Am I showing? I guess some people might say I got a touch of autism sometimes, but I mean, it's
you know what makes me crazy about the whole thing? And I took Tylenol when I was pregnant with my girls. And but I probably take Tylenol maybe 3 times a year. Like I don't pop a lot of pills, But what's ridiculous on TikTok after that came out, there's all these pregnant women on TikTok like just popping Tylenol. Well, just taking it and like, this is what I'm doing this because I don't take advice from, blah, blah, some guy who's not a doctor and all this kind of stuff. And there's not even anything wrong with them. They're just taking it just to thumb their nose at Trump or RFK or whatever. And I'm just kind of like, why would you take something that you don't need to take? Why would you do that? Just to say, I'm not going to listen to you. I don't know. People are ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't trust anything the government tells me. Just bottom line. The government can tell me the sky is green and I'm going to go out and look and make sure.
Yeah. If it comes from them, I'm not believing them either.
No, it's like the old man told me one time. He said, don't believe nothing you hear and only half of what you see. So, and then also, another thing, I guess we're heathen people because we didn't get caught up in the rapture.
When did that happen?
It was supposed to be the 23rd. So
You mean they predicted that it was the 23rd?
Yeah, it was all over TikTok and everything. The rapture was going to be the 23rd, and everybody was going to ascend to heaven with Jesus in the second coming. So now we're in the 7 years of tribulation, which John Darby something made up in the 1900s. And all these people believe now that there's a rapture. And the rapture is not biblical. But we could really get in the weeds on that crap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's...
We could talk about Tylenol and autism and the rapture and just piss everybody off tonight.
You would. You would.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, the rapture was supposed to happen, and everybody. So, well, it was supposed to be on Tuesday. I did the morning show on Tuesday, and pretty much
I didn't realize that was predicted.
I got a
I
smidge
didn't get that
worried.
memo.
Yeah, I got a smidge worried because Bill was not in on the morning show, so I was like, maybe the rapture was real. Bill wasn't.
You're like, Bill's gone. He's been taken up, and I'm sitting here.
Yeah. And I was kind of thinking, I'm like, okay, Bill's not here. He's always here. But then all the other regular people were here. And I was like, so out of everybody that's on the show, Bill was the only person that got taken up. And the rest of us are a bunch of heathen. I was like, this kind of sucks. So I don't know.
Gosh, that's hilarious.
So I guess either the rapture happened and Bill's a heathen, or I don't know. It didn't happen. But there was one thing. I saw something. I don't know if it's true or not. Like some lady, the day before the rapture was supposed to happen, she was convinced the rapture was going to happen and like tipped the waitress like $1,000. And then the next day she's like, holy crap, I didn't get raptured up. It wasn't real. And she went back to the restaurant to see if she could get the $1,000 back. So.
Okay, so Bill said, I looked it up too, and I was born in 59, but then doesn't genetic passing along have something to do with it? I'm autistic. One of my daughters is, and one of her 3 children has it. Tylenol is blamed. And then Russell Homestead said, we use turmeric and chamomile instead of ibuprofen and Tylenol. I use turmeric too. Yeah, that's what I do. And then Bill says, I'm still a heathen.
Good. We're gonna name Friday's show the Heathen Edition.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about the autistic stuff. It might be something to do with genetic stuff. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either.
So
I think that there's probably like some genetic thing in there. I think that that can definitely happen, but there's a lot of research that ties vaccines to autism, and there's also a lot of research that ties leaky gut to autism and ADHD. Yeah. So, and again, the biggest thing that I'm learning about leaky gut is the food that you take in, processed food, food that has chemicals in it, all of that stuff. It's messing our gut health up. So, yeah.
I think autism, and I'm not an expert, and I didn't stay at a Holiday Inn last night. So I think with the autism, just like a lot of other stuff, it has to deal with genetic factors, and it has to deal with environmental factors. Yeah. Like a lot of stuff. If you're predisposed to heart disease, if your mother had heart disease and you're predisposed to the heart disease, you might be born to where you have some of that. But if you exercise, take care of yourself, eat healthy, don't smoke, and do all the stuff that they tell you not to do, you're probably lowering your risk of it. And then I think the vaccines, probably all the vaccines they shoot kids up with when they're born, why does a brand new baby need a hepatitis B shot when they're a day old?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, hey, let's shoot these kids up. I think that the vaccines have a lot to do with it. Environment, has a lot to do with it. All the crap they're spraying in the sky. I mean, look at that. It's nonstop spraying and stuff like that. So I think it's environmental.
I just wish that we could trust, what doctors are telling us, what the things that they put in those things. And I don't feel like we can trust them anymore. And honestly, I never felt that way until 2020. 2020 was a big eye opener for me, when it came to health and all of that stuff. It was a huge eye opener. And knowing that, like, for me and my family, Randy and I are the only ones that care about what happens to us. You know what I'm saying? And I never had that level of distrust with the medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry, all of that stuff before. I never had that. 2020 changed that for me. So,
yeah. All right. I don't have anything else unless
I'm tired, man. I'm ready to go to bed.
Unless I want to get a bottle of Tylenol and rub it on my stomach. And so.
Too many medical professionals are only interested in how much money they can make and how many things they can own. That is absolutely true, Bill. Oh, yeah. Absolutely true. Oh, yeah. Be your own advocate.
Well, you're your own first responder.
That's right.
So, and you will be guaranteed.
Chuck always said that, didn't he? Teach us that in his class.
I don't know. And then you're guaranteed to be at 100% of your own accidents. That's statistically proven. I mean,
you're an idiot.
I mean, it's true. So, unless you got raptured up.
Bill, I've got you beat. I get up at 4. I've been up since 4.
I went to bed at like 1 last night, I think.
Oh my God. If I went to bed at 1, I would not even go to work the next day. I would not be able to function. It would just be, forget that mess.
There's very few nights that I go to bed before like 11 or 11:30. I get down rabbit holes and I just got to get to the bottom of it.
I am usually asleep by now. Like, I start winding down around 8. I get in the bed by 8:30, and I'm usually listening to a book on my phone or something. And I set a timer on that, and I usually fall asleep before the book timer goes off. So I have to rewind my book because I missed part of it.
I started.
Yeah.
And I've got to watch some more of it. It's this documentary. Let me find it. It's pretty good. I've only made it through a little bit. Damn it. Europa, I think that's how you say it. EUAOPA, The Last Battle. It's pretty cool.
What's it about?
It talks about the global economic. There's episodes. The global economic structure, World War I, rise of Hitler, the war on Germany, the myth of German racism, and all kinds of that, like World War II and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Essentially, it kind of tells the history that didn't get written, because they always say the victors are the ones that write the history books.
Right.
So I don't know. I've been down some funky rabbit holes on that deal, but I keep falling asleep. I can watch like 15 minutes of it and I fall asleep, and then I got to figure out where I was the next night. So, all right.
Yeah, I need to check it out. Okay.
All right. I got a kid that wants to go watch TV for a minute before he goes to bed, so I'm going to do that. Guys, we appreciate it. Run by the website. If you need anything, grab it. If you got any questions, shoot one of us an email. I will do my best to have the sign-up list for the Homestead Meetup on tonight, where y'all can start doing it in the morning. If you're not signed up for the newsletter, sign up for the newsletter at the website. And I will be here Friday morning at 8 o'clock to do Clickbait and Coffee AM edition. Hopefully no more PM editions. So
we would love to see you at the Homestead Meetup. Put it on your calendar, October 25th in Bowling Green. We'd love to see you there.
Yeah. All right, guys. I will see y'all Friday morning. Y'all have a good night.
Bye.